Well, Aurelio, could that have gone any better?
Look, it was pretty good, to be honest. It was a bit of a crazy game. They hit the post before we scored. It probably could have been anything. It could have been probably 12-13, 4 or something like that. So it was one of those games. But we were consistent. We spoke about being consistent in our performances. That really started last week because we've had some games where we've done well first half and sort of dropped off in the second half. Last week was more of a consistent 90-minute performance, and certainly today that was a message about backing up and performing over the 90 minutes. And on top of that, to get some goals and play some really nice football. So really happy for the players because they've put in a fair bit of work in terms of the travel and all the games that we've had recently, and things clicked for us really well tonight.
Because you talk about that second half, you poured in 5 goals in the second half. Obviously, some of that has to be attributed to Brisbane Roar's defensive ineptitude tonight, but you were also very good getting in behind at ease. Where did that come from, for lack of a better word, given that, as you said, we haven't seen it so far this season, really?
Yeah, well, that's always a good question. You're always trying to find solutions for when things are going poorly, and guys like Leo, Marin, their strength is, Leo's a little bit different than Marin, but a lot of their strengths is running in behind, and that's what they did. Yeah, sure, they played a bit of a high line as well, but that's fine. And then we got to execute the pass. We got to actually look for the run. I think our intent and our want to win the game, I think that really helped tonight.
Obviously, you're not going to score 8 goals every single week, but can you maintain this? Can this augur the start of a new free-flowing, attacking, blowing teams out of the water City side like we've seen in previous years?
Well, who knows? Who knows? Look, we're certainly a different team from the last couple of years, but we just need to keep working consistently the way we want to play. We've had many games where we've created the chances, but really we didn't. we never finished anything off. Tonight we did. So I know we have it in us, but it's about just being consistent, doing the work, and chances will come. We're talking about, I think just last week or the week before, about Jamie as a striker. Was finding it difficult, and all of a sudden, bang, just pops up, and those things happen. Leo could have scored goals for us, and Marin could have scored goals for us previously. Leo gets 2 tonight, so yeah, I think we certainly got some weapons, but we need to work as a team. This is not a group that's sure, we have some individual qualities, but when we work together as a group, when we're united together, then we can probably get more performances like that. I'm not going to say we're going to go out and get 8 goals, but we will have a really solid performance.
That front four, it's a new front four altogether. I mean, it's only just now starting to really gel after a while. Are you starting to notice as well that they're starting to really sing from the same hymn sheet? Because obviously Jamie's the only one that was there last season, and these are 3 new players that are joining him in that attack.
Yeah, look, I think as much as they're good players, they've all got a different background when they've arrived. Leo, for example, and Tolly then also he had a problem with his foot. Marin just coming in. So yes, it is new, and they just need time. Hamza, for example, the last couple of games has been at a level that you'd expect of a quality player that he is, but it's just taken him some time to understand the level of the A-League. And when I talk about the level, it's just the intensity is different here. People run, people fight, things that, like Leo, for example, coming from Brazil where the game is so slow, he's technically at a high level, but it's slow, and all of a sudden here, you got to run. And unfortunately, that is the game here. But adding their qualities, we can bring it to another level.
Just to comment on Jamie's performance, another 2 amazing accolades in his career, 150 A-League goals, 100 goals now for Melbourne City, I guess. Just to comment on him and also just returning back to some great form tonight as well.
Yeah, brilliant. You know, he's had a bit of a tough time over the last month or so, but, you know, he's pretty headstrong and continues to believe, and, you know, we try to keep things simple for him and just run towards the goal. No, but I'm serious. It's that simple. We've got guys who can deliver the ball. Instead of running away from the goal, he actually running towards the goal, and that's what he did, and that's how he got his goals. I think Aziz played a couple of cracker balls from the left-hand side, and also Marin gave him an assist as well, just by doing that, just running towards the goal. So, and everyone knows Jamie. He's that type of player that, you know, anywhere around the goal, he's dangerous. So pleased for him, but pleased for everyone, because it was a real solid team performance. Even the guys who came on, Nuno did well, Terry, Maxi Caputo making assists for Benny, Mazzao. So that's also gives them some hope and some bright spots for the future as well.
This was the equal biggest win in A-League history. I know it's a hectic schedule ever, but you sort of take time with the group just to appreciate what a massive achievement that is in the context of it.
For us, it's great. It's a win. I didn't even know about the the record result. I think that was in Adelaide. Was it Adelaide and Fury some years back? But important for us to win. Great for us to now get into a plus goal difference. And you can actually see that the players were enjoying it as well. Yes, it's probably a little bit easier to enjoy it when you're 4 or 5 goals up, but it should be like that even when the game is tight.
And Aziz was obviously great again tonight, and he heads off pretty soon. You confident you'll be able to cover for him when he does depart?
Yeah, that was firstly he was enormous tonight. You know, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He works so hard. He's so passionate. He's so determined. He had a top game tonight, and yeah, we're going to miss him for sure. But you know, we wish him luck with the national team in the Asian Cup. That's the reason why Scotty Galloway played tonight. He hasn't played since MacArthur game some weeks back, so good for him to get a 90-minute hit out. And now that we have a 10-day break, he's able to recover from it without the quick backup and have a normal training week and get ready to play again the following game.
How's it feel to have a 10-day break now after all this?
Very unusual.
Yeah.
I won't know what to do.
Right, you've talked about like the need to be consistent and have good training sessions as well. And does a night like tonight help in that, in the sense that you can now point to tonight to the boys and say, listen, if you do the work I'm asking you to do on the training track, you keep running at training, you keep performing well, you'll get more nights like this? Because previously, obviously, difficult run of fixtures and form, but now this is a bit of a turning point you can point to? Yeah,
I think this is well, I don't know if it's going to be a catalyst for the season, but it's a good turning point, I would say. You know, we've done work, but it's just been in short blocks because we've never been able to have a long week in terms of preparing. So they're smart players, so they get it. And a lot of the concepts that during the course of our game we've been doing at training, but in short blocks. We probably haven't really, to be honest. Last week we spent a bit of time in the front third. I think we had that conversation last week about the lack of not the lack of chances, but not as many as previous. But that is one area that we've, you know, with the coaching staff, we've spoken about, you know, just having some more concentrated moments and sessions in the front third. But even the last couple of 4 or 5 days, even the players now, because of you know, no travel, no backup games, they're spending even just 10 or 15 minutes at the end of training just doing the finishing by themselves. So you know, I think that's a good sign as well, that they're hungry for it.
You've had a lot of experience in the A-League. You've seen a lot of the quality foreigners that have come to the league. You've seen some not so quality foreigners come to the league. Tolga Arslan, he's getting it ever since he's shaken off that injury. We're really beginning to see just how good he is. I mean, in your view, just what level do you think he's at compared to some of the other foreigners we've seen in the A-League across its history?
Different level.
So a different level beyond that.
No, he's a quality player. You can see that. I think he showed glimpses previously, and you know, since I've been here, but actually he started the season reasonably well, and then obviously had that foot injury, which, you know, we had to manage his time. Now he's been able to knock back a couple of 90-minute games, and I think you see the quality. He sees a pass that probably a lot of players don't see. You know, even in tight areas when he plays that little flick behind his back, like, okay, where'd that come from? So, he's, to be honest, he should be the best player in the league, in my opinion, and I reckon he'll go pretty close if he keeps up that form for sure.
Hey, Aurelio, you're probably not going to want me asking this, but in the press this week, there's been a lot of rumours in the Japanese press about Jamie potentially being signed by a club over there. Just any truth to those rumours, and have you been in contact with any
Well, he
club?
has 6 months left of his contract, so we'll probably get another $1 million.
Yeah.
No, that was the first I heard of it just the other day. I think it was at Jack yesterday, right? Yeah. I think that wasn't you, Joe. That was Shane, I think, who asked. Yeah, that was the first I heard of it. So, you know, this time of the year with the transfer market, there's always rumours, but so far we haven't heard anything. The club hasn't had any formal requests come in, so whatever.
Great.
So,
Thank you.
You've got a really long stretch at home now, and on the back of this, do you see this as a real springboard to really sort of get your foothold into the season in the coming weeks?
yeah, look, it was an important game on the context of things in terms of, you know, they were a couple of points above us, so that's a psychological factor to be able to, I think, I'm pretty sure we're in the 6, I haven't looked, but jumping into the 6 with a positive goal difference, it's important. So again, we have to enjoy it because you know, the 8 goals doesn't happen every week, and we play some really nice football. So and again, giving confidence, you know, you sort of can say that becomes the benchmarks. But you know, I came here, first game against Sydney, and I thought we played an awesome game, and we were talking about that's the benchmark, but we really haven't hit that benchmark at all. But the last couple of games, you know, we've made some tweaks along the way to suit our players, but the last couple of games we showed some glimpses, but certainly the last couple of games we've been more consistent with our performance, and we've got to continue to do that.